Creative acts of clever monkeys leaves the devil envious. Add up all of Hades' blessings, total all of heaven's curse. Let you know we've done it better. Horrifically we did it worse. I am the sixth son of the sixth son of the sixth son. I am the born again son of war. Technology's child, daughter of rebellion, son of a bitch, muscle of a whore. I am a god-killing virus, destruction with 8 arms, monster with 7 heads. I am the son of Mars, cleansed with infected blood, ball disease, walking on 2 legs. The devil made me do it, 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 the devil made me wreak havoc right now, riot now, wreak havoc right now, riot now, unleash hell. Dirty human gone insane, outshadows any part of hell. Hope and horror mixed in blood, a seething mass out of control. Our shining future in revolt, while set our guards are in retreat. Left, right, wrong, right, makes the heavens obsolete. I am beyond God, I am human, I am the razor blade on the communion tray. I am a freak in control, not a control freak. I am the sheep that got away. I am burning but never consumed, determined with nothing to lose. I am who I am, who I am, who I am, who am I? Wreak havoc right now, riot now, wreak havoc right now, riot now, unleash hell. Pretty girl, pretty boy, pretty insane, pretty fucked up. Pretty girl, pretty boy, pretty insane, pretty fucked up. Pretty girl, pretty boy, pretty insane, pretty fucked up. Pretty girl, pretty boy, pretty insane, pretty fucked up. Made real, put into action, surgically atoned to perfection. Made flesh, son of plan, fuck your plans for redemption. Made real, put into action, surgically atoned to perfection. Made flesh, son of plan, fuck your plans for redemption. Do it, the devil made me 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 do it, the devil made me. Wreak havoc right now, right now, wreak havoc right now, unleash hell right now, wreak havoc right now, unleash hell.
Hello? Are you guys there? Are you guys alive? Are you guys there? Are you living? I see we got Laura Frog. We've got Cal. Von Beardo. Tank Girl. Worst of the internet. Spaghetti Model. Star Turk. Today is not a Waftcast. Wafters isn't here. Wafters is not here right now. This is death. the Grim Reaper. And today, I am proud to be an American. Let's talk about it. This week I've been very proud to be an American. That's right, it's death. Wafters was kind enough to lend me his podcast. Yeah, I see this text, this tweet or truth or whatever the fuck you call it, from our dear President Donald J. Trump. Are you worried I'm about to bussy soon? I'm just a skeleton. No bussies here. A whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. I don't want that to happen, but it probably will. However, now that we have complete and total regime change, where different, smarter, and less radicalized minds prevail, maybe something revolutionarily wonderful can happen. Who knows? We will find out tonight. One of the most important moments in the long and complex history of the world. 47 years of extortion, corruption, and death will finally end. God bless the great people of Iran. Couldn't have said it better myself. What does Donald J. Trump have in mind for Iran? I have a couple theories. He wants to wipe out the entire civilization. What man-made, beautiful invention could he possibly have in mind for such a task, for such an undertaking? He said it could take place in less than 4 hours. The whole thing. What does that mean? Well, let's think about it. If you were to start flying from, say, Washington, D.C. to Tehran at the speed of sound, it would take you roughly 8 hours to get there. He says 4 hours, right? Well, we have a naval fleet. Naval fleet capability of launching nuclear weapons. Beautiful nuclear weapons. This is what he has in mind. Today he said, no nuclear weapons. I don't believe that. I think he's pulling the wool over the eyes of the libs. Calm down, guys, but we all know he's got his hand hovering over that button. He's gonna slam that shit within a fortnight. Let's learn about what happens. Let's look at the beautiful, delicious suffering that will take place when the nukes drop. So much will happen when this occurs as a chain reaction. You'll all suffer, all of you, and you'll die in misery, in pain. There's no God to save you. There's no alien civilization that's going to step in and prevent this. Get all that hopium out of your system. When all the thermonuclear annihilation is through, anything with bones will be extinct. I guess that includes me. Let's find out more. Here's the song I played at the beginning, by the way. You guys liked it. All right, let's look at an accurate depiction. Let's look at an accurate depiction of what happens when a nuke drops. You guys might be familiar with this. It's from a movie called Terminator 2. But it's pretty accurate. I'll point out the inaccuracies, too, because there are a couple. When it detonates, you have two waves. Two waves. You've got the heat wave, and then you've got the compression wave from the detonation itself. The heat wave, also known as a firestorm, will hit you first. You will burst into flames, alive, and then sometime later you'll be hit with the compression wave. Let's see, it won't be a dream. It'll be real. That's one of the inaccuracies there. The second one is when the bomb detonates, there'll actually be two flashes. One from the initial explosion, and then there'll be a break in the flash because the compression wave is opaque to light. Just so you know. You'll see a double flash. And then kiss your butt goodbye before, become too crisp to move. But that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. Internalize it. This is a really accurate depiction. It's part of a movie, but they got it pretty much right. There's just, a couple inaccuracies there. Now, you guys might say, dude, whatever, death. This is just some, it couldn't be that. It couldn't be that great. It couldn't wipe out everybody. Well, the U.S. dropped 2 nukes on Japan. Japan's still around. Yeah. Yeah. Fat Man and Little Boy were purely fission bombs. They weren't fusion bombs. Hydrogen bombs have not been used in combat yet. Yet. Just wait. Now, a survivor of one of the bombs in Japan went on to write a story about what he witnessed. And it got turned into an animated film. And there's a scene from that film that tells you about, basically shows you what he saw. And it is beautifully horrific. You will love it. Especially if you're an American. We love this shit. We worship death. You worship me. This right here is foreshadowing. See his ants coming to the house? We'll get to that. Yeah, it's a sad movie. It happened. Isn't it great? This is real. Oh, hi there. I see we have a guest. Why am I not able to hear you? Try talking.
Can you hear me? Sorry, I had to plug in my voice meter, so I'm all EQ'd up. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. How do I sound?
You sound normal to me, but you sound evil, death, and. But to me, you're a familiar voice. So.
Okay, good. I'm glad I can give you a little comfort.
Do I sound like death?
You shouldn't. You should sound normal. But I am hearing an echo of a different voice through your headset.
Through my headset? Oh no. It
Or
could be
whatever.
me. Is it still
It's
there?
you. Testing, testing, testing. Yeah, we're good.
Okay, sorry about that, y'all.
Yeah, no problem.
Can you share your screen with me, Death, so I can
I
see the
can.
horror?
To share the horror, we're gonna revel in it as Americans.
I didn't know you were gonna bring up this film.
Oh,
Death.
yes. Oh wait, hold on. Let me unshare this. This is not what I meant to share.
Well,
Entire screen. There we go. Not just the application. All right, let's continue. Let's witness the horrors that this country has created and get real patriotic about it. Fly your flags.
and I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. Do you know the guys in the Enola Gay thought that the bomb was a dud?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't think it would work. There was also a hypothesis that the atomic bomb would trigger a chain reaction, igniting the entire atmosphere on fire. They did it anyway. You guys think the explosion is the end? No. No, there's more. There's more.
Train car. That train car got fully restored, and I believe to this day is in operation. It survived the atomic blast, and they refurbished it, and people ride on it.
Oh yeah, we'll get to how long these things last, like the outcomes of the radioactive fallout. Because it can really vary depending on the type of bomb. Oh, but that foreshadowing I pointed out with the ants. So when you're hit with radiation, it cooks your body, but you might not completely die. So you'll just be walking around suffering half mindlessly, looking all melted and shit. And these folks were known as the ant walkers. I'm seeing that in the chat. YouTube ended the stream. Did that happen?
Let me check. Yeah, it might have. Yep,
Damn.
it did. You just gotta stop playing the video. It'll come back.
Okay.
So we might just have to stop watching this.
That's fine. I'll take this off the screen.
Yeah, because it still says we're live.
Oh, okay.
We might have.
Stream unavailable. Stream suspended for policy violations.
I know this is like a copyright thing because this has happened. I've seen it happen before. But I don't know. Because it still says live.
Giving it a chance to Oh, it just nuked the entire thing?
No, okay. I don't think so.
Okay.
Once the atomic bomb, watched a majority of it.
Okay. Put it out right here.
I don't know how to fix this. You might have to end the stream and restart it.
Let's see if this does the trick.
I don't know how to fix this.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we're back.
End the stream and restart it. We did
We're
it.
back.
Yay. Sorry. Death actually can't beat copyright.
Nope. Can't be done. But,
Not in this capitalist society.
yeah, but we love that shit. Let's take a look at Tehran. Right? We got this nifty little app that does, like, computations for us automatically. Now, what would happen if we dropped one of the bombs from World War II? Let's do the biggest one, Fat Man. Detonate. Look at that. Takes out, you get the fireball radius, 700 feet. Heavy blast damage radius, 2,500 feet. Radiation radius, about 2 miles. Right. Or 0.82 miles, sorry. That's 2 square miles total. And a thermal radiation radius, where people get third-degree burns. 1 mile radius, 1.38 mile radius. Alright? That's an atomic bomb. Zoom out a little bit. Let's take a look at something a little bit more modern. Let's look at Castle Bravo. I want to change locations. We'll take a look at Castle Bravo in a bit here. Let's detonate this one.
It's only 15 majillion millitons of
Megatons.
fucking
Yeah. You see that
warheads.
comparison? You see that comparison? Let's look at it again. Let's look at it again. Fat Man. Detonate. There you go. Castle Bravo. Okay. Well, let's zoom out and look at all of Iran. Okay. It's a sizable chunk of the entire country. You're gonna say, oh, it's just a little bit, it's a little dot. Is it though? We haven't really looked at anything else here. We're just looking at the blast effects. What about the radioactive fallout? Let's take a look at that.
Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Oh, shit. It's in the water. It's in the waterways.
Well, you can control the direction of the wind and all that stuff. This huge plume can point in any direction. It's just the example here has it pointing up and to the right. I think there's an option you can change it, but you get the idea. You get the idea. Okay? Let's take a look at another. Look at the Tsar Bomba. It's a USSR bomb. Detonate. Let's look at Fallout. Where's the Fallout effects? Advanced options. Fireball, yep, Fallout. This doesn't show that for whatever reason. For this one, let's try the smaller Zarbombo. There we go. Oh, here's Ivy Mike. It's another large one. This is very radioactive. Lots of fallout.
Death, I got a question for you. How do you disarm nuclear warheads? How would you go about that? Like, if we were like, tomorrow we're like, we're done. We're through. I hate nuclear warheads, actually. Is that possible? Or, like...
Lobotomize everyone. That's how you do it.
Well, I mean, like, actually, like, if everybody was like, we're gonna get rid of fucking nuclear warheads tomorrow, is there a way to get rid of these weapons of mass destruction, or do we just have surplus of weapons of mass destruction forever?
Forever. The cat is out of the bag. This would be like the same question of, how do you get rid of all the guns in the United States? How would you do that? It would be the same... It's the same question, just on a different scale. Will you be able to take away the guns? No.
Okay, so... I'm sorry, I'm being actually, like... I'm thinking here, I'm pondering. When they were making the, like, nuclear warheads, were they like... yeah, there's, like, a way we could, like... We're gonna write a part so we can, like, disarm this thing. What if we don't want to use it? What if we're just fucking around? What if we were just LOLing?
The bombs can be disarmed and disassembled. That is possible. But social forces aren't going to allow it. There's no way. The cat's out of the bag. Like, yes, bombs could be repurposed for something else. But that ain't gonna happen. No way. Especially in the United States. We love death here. You guys love me. The weird voice thing is odd and unsettling. Good. Good.
Well, that's Death and not Wafters. Death is actually guest starring and running the show tonight.
Yeah, I'm staying over at Wafters' house tonight. Don't worry, he's not dead. He's just, over in the other room watching a different podcast.
He's still watching Keldosh.
Let's look at how a nuke works. You guys want to learn? Let's learn.
Did you ever wonder how the biggest nuclear bomb in history works?
Have you ever wondered if you could?
Yeah.
Did you ever wonder how the biggest nuclear bomb in history works? This nuke has been tested and is actually 3,000 times more powerful than the nuclear bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Inside, there is a small atomic bomb shaped like a sphere containing several chemical explosives, and in the center there is a small sphere of plutonium. Behind this atomic bomb is a hydrogen bomb that containing uranium, lithium, and a plutonium cylinder. And between these two sections there is layer of styrofoam. The bomb was attached to an airplane equipped with a special parachute to slow its descent and was dropped over a desert island. When it reached about 4 kilometers from the ground, a
desert island?
Sensor detected the altitude and triggered 32 wires connected to the explosives, causing compression inside the plutonium
There's ice cream and cake on that island. It's a desert island.
Core. As a result, the bomb's core reached 100 million degrees Celsius, which is about 7 times hotter than the surface of the sun. This extreme heat set off a chain reaction in the cylinders, leading to a massive explosion, which reached over 60 kilometers in height.
Like that?
Did you ever wonder?
Yeah. Yeah, it would sound like that. Sure.
You know who was really influenced by the atomic bomb? David Lynch.
Oh, yeah.
There's this scene in Twin Peaks The Return, and it's like literally like...
I know the scene.
Yeah, I know you would, Death. I know you would. You love David Lynch.
Let's see, let's get Ivy Mike. This is the bomb that we talked about.
Minus 15 seconds.
Now, this is a hydrogen bomb. It involves nuclear fusion and fission. You have a chemical explosive that triggers the fission portion of it, which is like the normal atom bomb part of the bomb. And then within that, you have isotopes of hydrogen and helium sitting in the center that go through fusion when they're impacted with fission material. And it makes the explosion that much more powerful.
Minus 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, T0.
Does this one make a mushroom? Oh my god, okay. So I have heard a first-person account of, like those sailors that are observing on the boats, right?
Yes.
When this bomb goes off, you can see everyone's skeleton, and then these guys had like trauma, and they like I guess it was like a reunion of all these guys that witnessed this, and they literally were like, imagine how fucking crazy it is to go home and tell somebody that you saw a bomb so crazy that you saw through people's you saw people's bones right in front of you, and like
it's pure death.
it's so fucking scary.
Isn't that wonderful?
No, it's scary.
You get to see what all your coworkers and friends will look like when they're dead. That's how much death is packed in this beautiful little device. Even observing it, you get a little bit of taste of death. You know what happened in Nagasaki and Hiroshima?
Mm-hmm.
The bombs left people's shadows.
Oh, yes.
On the sides of buildings and on the ground. Like there's still shadows of people that were erased from existence from this bomb. And this is back in the 50s. We got shit that's way more powerful than this.
So, is this just like Cold War response?
Yes.
Like, oh, we gotta beat out the Russians. They're gonna fucking explode us next.
Yes. Yes. That's what this is, an arms race. And there were so many close calls. There were so many close calls, like people seeing something coming one way or the other. And it was just up to the chain of command.
You know what movie we should watch?
I'm not going to hit the response button. What's that? What movie?
That fucking, oh lord. Hold on, let me think of it.
No problem.
How I Learned to Love the Bomb. Dr. Strangelove.
Yeah, Dr. Strangelove, yeah. That's a good movie. I love the end. Guy on the bomb. Here's Castle Bravo. Another bomb that we were looking at.
Castle Bravo is important in the escalation of global concern and protest over nuclear testing.
Everybody said, wait, pause.
Because
I know there's important information here. But everybody that talks about nuclear shit now, they need to have a big skull and crossbones. You know how like they have for cigarettes and shit like that, but like images of that like flashing and screams. We could get some like screams in the back. Ah! How that'd be good. I feel like that'd be a good PSA.
Nuclear bombs specifically. The nuclear power is pretty safe. it was a big fuck up in Chernobyl. But like nuclear power plants are pretty safe. They're actually safer than your coal plants. Coal injects more radiation into the environment than a uranium nuclear plant does. So, sleep easy with that information.
Everything at Castle Bravo is happening on a scale that is exponentially larger because these are hydrogen bombs. The scale of these explosions is gigantic, and the unanticipated consequences were much bigger than anything that had happened before.
The top of the fireball at this time, 40 seconds after detonation, was 5 miles above sea level.
Oh yeah, and
did it fuck up the fish?
Yes.
Damn.
In that it killed them, yes.
That's pretty fucked.
You could also just detonate a nuke in the upper atmosphere and wipe out all electronics in the region below. You got planes flying in the sky? Not anymore. That shit's coming down. Telecommunications, gone. Computers, gone. Pacemaker, gone. Hospital equipment, gone. You'll all die. And I love it. It'll be great.
Yes, I'm not supporting this death. I'm not down for this death. I want to live. I'm full of youth and life and.
Well, that's fine. Shit. That's fine for now. That's fine for now. All the more for later. Well, let's see. What would happen if Iran got nuked by the United States? Would it end there? Let's say that, it happens within the next 2 weeks, which I think is more likely than it's ever been. Hard to put a number on it. As our beloved President Donald J. Trump, he's a madman. But I love it. It matters.
You just have, what is that? Donald Trump derangement syndrome. Death.
Yeah, well, I like his derangement.
Oh, okay. My bad. Sorry. I was about to denounce you. I was about to report you.
Oh. Well, I wouldn't want to die now, would I? Actually, I do. So that's what I'm all about. See, would we face any consequences from Iran being nuked? The answer is yes. Of course. Russia would get involved. They would argue that the attack is on their ally, because Iran is their ally. And it violates the non-nuclear state, which is Iran. They're not a nuclear state. And considered a joint attack on Russia. And they would likely retaliate. And do you know what Russia has? They may have over-exaggerated it to some degree because it is Russia. But they do have something. We're pulling a wafters here and open up Wikipedia.
Fuck.
Poseidon, also known as Status 6. It's an autonomous, nuclear-powered, unmanned underwater vehicle. And it's one of 6, the Poseidon in particular, one of 6 Russian nuclear weapons announced by Putin 2018. But it's been talked about earlier than that. It's a defensive missile technology. I'll talk a little bit about it here. I'm not going to just read Wikipedia. It's ostensibly 6 cobalt nuclear bombs that are encased in torpedoes. Now, you all think, oh, nuclear bombs coming to the United States. Oh, we have a missile defense system. Uh-huh. These are torpedoes. They're underwater. You don't have defense for that. There's nothing that's going to stop that unless you can have a submarine catch it. Good luck with that. The water's going to stop any anti-missile technology from trying to take it out. You ever seen someone fire a gun into water? The bullet stops. The bullet stops in like a couple feet.
Why don't we put an iron dome around all of America and truly become isolationists? Like we want to be so bad.
And these things could be launched from wherever. Russia has submarines that can go completely unseen by our detection technology. They usually appear when they're leaving to kind of show off. Be like, hey, I can get in. You didn't see me come in, but now I'm leaving, and I'm letting you see me leave. And what they're intending to do is detonate off the coasts of the United States, both of them, both the East Coast and the West Coast, to create a radioactive tidal wave. Right? Imagine what that's like. It has like hot water. It has like tidal waves that are made out of hot water. Really, really, really hot water. That's what this does. It'll wipe out everything on the coast. So anyone living in that area, dead. Anyone visiting that area, dead. Anyone dependent on anything in that area, dead. So look forward to that. It's not going to end once this starts. It's going to start a chain reaction. And you'll all die. Or suffer. Pointlessly. You'll watch your skin fall off. You'll watch your loved one's skin fall off. And there'll be nothing you can do about it. There won't be any infrastructure left to help take care of you either. So much for that. And, if it completely escalates to the point of thermonuclear annihilation, there's not going to be anything with bones left. The future will be cockroaches, mushrooms, maybe starfish. So, look forward to that. That's what you get to be. If reincarnation's real, that's what you get to be next. Until, something sentient evolves again. So, yeah. What else? Did I have anything else? I don't think I had much else. Brittany, do you have anything to add to the DeathCast? Brittany, did you die?
No, I almost died in the bucket, but I ran. I ran right from the bucket to here. Okay.
Great.
Okay, so the one thing I have to add is that if you have Audible, there's I think it's called The Diary of Hiroshima. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up.
Let's do
Yeah. It's called Hiroshima Diary, the journal of the Japanese physician from August 6th to September 30th, 1945. It's fucking crazy. Also, we didn't talk about the black rain. Come on. You missed the coolest part is black tar rain.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
radioactive.
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. Let's talk about Black Rain. Thanks, Brittany.
You're welcome. But it couldn't get any more bleak. Black rain. Oh, it sounded like a fucking owl outside. Whoo!
Why did it rain in Hiroshima half an hour after the explosion? Large quantities of ash into the atmosphere. The ash had the effect of seeding the clouds, and the result was black rain, which fell 1 to 2 hours after the explosion. Oh yeah, I do have a couple more things to add. I'm sorry, I got a little excited. There's a couple more things to add here. So, if we were to nuke the main cities in Iran, 4 of them, right? 5 of them, okay? That would add up to be almost 20% of their population killed in the blasts, not counting deaths that would result from fallout, from starvation, other things, injuries that, cause infection or whatever the fuck. So 20% of their population, about 17 million people, roughly,
Light work.
from just the explosions. You guys like genocide? That's genocide.
Who doesn't
That's
love
genocide. Definitionally. And
Yeah.
there'd be more. There'd be more. And, let's see. Within the... See, I ran these calculations earlier. Wafter's helped me a little bit. He's more the math guy.
You're just a death guy.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you were to drop, let's say, the Tsar Bomba
Mm-hmm.
or the Castle Bravo, around that, you would have about 27 to 33 hours of lethal radiation in the region.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm. It takes that long for it to decay. And of course, it depends on the substance. But like the typical, like plutonium cores, uranium, 27 to 33 hours. So, if you found a bunker that's radioactive, lead lined, you gotta stay in there for a while. Sorry, what were you saying, Brittany?
I don't know, dude. What are we to do? What are we, us guys? I mean, you're a supernatural entity. You don't have to worry about the mortal coil, but Wafters me.
Oh, you'll just die. You'll just die.
Well,
The only thing that could really save you, maybe, is if Trump and people like him are foiled somehow. You got a madman in office who loves death. He loves me. He wants more of me. And if, people decide to put a stop to his reign of terror, there might be some hope for you. At least for a while.
You're always creeping at our door, huh? You pesky guy.
I'm
You know
right
what?
around
I'm
the
gonna be
corner.
the hopeful. I'm gonna huff the copium, and I gotta believe I could live. I want to live, and I have the will. This is gonna be like an anime, fucking. And I've always had the will to live.
Well, here's the point: is there's no point in worrying. It's gonna happen, no matter what you do. It's either gonna happen or not happen. You have no influence on it. These are forces larger than you. You have no influence. You guys think you can stop this by voting? You think voting's gonna help you? You gonna vote for Kamala Harris again in 2028? I don't think so. I don't think so. You guys are fucked. Even if it's not this, it's gonna be something else. Get ready. Buckle up. But don't worry. Worrying will just make me come faster. And yes, I meant that in both ways.
I got anxiety, bro.
That's the DeathCast. Thank you all for coming.
Death and
And
despair.
maybe we'll do another one of these in a week. We'll see. Let's see. We'll be waiting for the MERVs or the Status 6 to come wipe us out. We'll wipe you guys out. I'll be fine.
Is your death? Yeah. All right. I don't know. Hug your family, I guess, or don't if you fucking hate them.
Yeah.
Live your life, unapologetically.
And always remember, your pussy loves you. Bye!